visited very beautiful Jagannath Mandir. Who knows of this temple? Beautiful Jagannath deities. Heart capturing. Jagannath's eyes. Big eyes. Never blinking. Looking at all the jivas in this world, how he can help them. Therefore Jagannath is called Patit Pavan, deliverer of the fallen. We pray to Krishna. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Dheena Bandhu Jagatapate, Gopesha, Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta Namostute. So Krishna is Jagannath, his eyes are to help us in this world. Therefore he's called Dheena Bandhu, friend of the fallen. But his eyes are so big, so wide, and never blinking. What is the reason for that? He is in samadhi, full trance of divine love, remembering Vrindavan. Vrindavan is the place where divine love is always playing, dancing, and roaming in the hearts of all the devotees. So Jagannath Leela is very deep, very confidential. We described how Krishna appeared as Lord Jagannath when he heard the descriptions of the glories of the residents of Vrindavan, spoken by Rohini Mata to all the queens. Krishna left his palace and all his duties and he ran where Rohini Mata was speaking about Mother Yashoda, Nanda Bhava, the cowherd boys, and Srimati Radhika and the Gopis. And Subhadra Mata was waiting at the entrance and she stopped Krishna from entering. Krishna and Balaram both became in this form of Jagannath, Daru Vigraha. And then Narad Muni came and he prayed to the Lord and gave him this name Jagannath. If we see, Krishna got the name Govinda. Who knows when he got the name Govinda? When Indra, king of heaven, attacked Braj, tried to destroy Braj, his torrential downpour, and Krishna lifted Giriraj. And after 7 days, when Indraji came and begged forgiveness, at first Krishna didn't forgive him, but when Indra glorified all the Brajavasis, the cows, the gopas, the gopis, and glorified Krishna as Govinda, the Lord of the gopas, the gopis, the cows, Gomata, then Krishna was satisfied, and Indra then worshipped Krishna with Surabhi Mata. In that way, Krishna became known as Govinda. But Narad Rishi gave name Jagannath. This form of you, Krishna, will be known as Jagannath. Which form? Prema Mai Kalevaram. That form of Krishna, who is his Satchidananda Vigraha, transcendental form, has become so overwhelmed in the bliss of the meeting and separation with Srimati Radhika that he has taken on this molten form. In our Gaudiya tradition, we say, Jai Gaur, say Krishna, say Jagannath. That Krishna became Jagannath, and that Jagannath became Gauranga. So now I'll speak about the mystery and the beauty behind this tattva, Krishna, Jagannath, and Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Everyone here knows Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yes? Jagannath. So these are all different incarnations of the same Supreme Personality. So after Krishna appeared as Jagannath, after some time he again became like Krishna's form. Narad Muni said, I want this Vigraha will be established in the world and always worshipped. So that's how we worship Jagannath. So Krishna is always there in one form as Jagannath. But when he is performing his Leela, then he is in the form of Krishna. It's transcendental threefold bending form. Otherwise, Jagannath he cannot even walk to the Rath cart. How will he steal butter? To steal butter, you have to be very agile. Krishna will have to climb on the shoulders of his cowherd friends, and like we have our roof here now. Then Krishna will climb on the shoulders of his friends and take the mudki and steal butter. So Jagannath cannot steal butter. Therefore, Jagannath is fed all day long. If you look at Jagannath Mandir, all day long, people are feeding Jagannath. As soon as Jagannath's mouth is wiped, they bring him the next offering. This is Jagannath Leela. Why? The Brajabasis think Krishna is always hungry. What is he hungry for? What is Krishna hungry for? Prem. Love. So he's always going here and there, every gopi's home, taking butter, taking sweets, taking laddu. So many sweet pastimes like this. Gopis, gopas, cowherd boys, cows, and all the Brajabasis. So they think when Krishna has become in samadhi, this is Krishna's samadhi form, Jagannath. He cannot walk. When a divine personality takes samadhi, they don't lay down. Like when any Mahabhagavat, Guru Varga takes samadhi, they enter samadhi in a seated position. So Krishna is like that in samadhi, in dhyan. Stunned. So powerful is his samadhi, he cannot even blink. His eyes are now open. All the time. Forever. Therefore the Brajbasis are always feeding him. Chalokala. If those who has been to Jagannath Puri? Jai Jagannath. Oh, Jai Ho. Very good, very nice. So beautiful. Who's seen Lord Jagannath? Jai Ho. Who's been to Rath Yatra in Puri? Oh, Jai Ho. Who's been to Rath Yatra here in Toronto? Haribo! Same, very nice. Many times. So, Jagannath, something special about Jagannath is he has combined Dwarka Leela and Braj Leela. He is in Dwarka, but constantly absorbed in Vrindavan. And he is served by both Dwarkabasis and Brajabasis. The Brahmin priests who worship Jagannath, they are in Lakshmi's line. Lakshmi Devi Parampara in Dwarka. But the cooks, they are called Daitapatis. And they are in the lineage of Vishwavasu and Lalita Devi and Vidyapati. Actually, Vidyapati, he was in Lakshmi Devi's line coming from Indradumna Maharaj. And he married Lalita Devi, who is the daughter of Vishwavasu, who is the king of the jungle forest dwellers who worship Nilmadhav. And so this is the first time we had some harmony and agreement between, like the city folk and the village folk. Krishna, when he left Vrindavan, he became, like prime minister of the big city. Like mayor of Dwarka, king of Dwarka, prince regent. But that position of opulence could not compare to the sweetness of being the son of Nanda Maharaj. Even though Krishna had so much opulence, so much Aishwarya, he was always remembering, and he longed to be back like a little boy rolling in the courtyard in the dust of Nanda Maharaj. Krishna ki yaad aata tha. Krishna would remember, na? When sometimes he would be worshipped like Bhagavan, Supreme. He was thinking, this worship is good for everyone, but it doesn't fulfill my heart. What fulfills my heart is the natural love of Madhya Yashoda, Nanda Baba, Shridham, Sudham, Madhumangal, Stok Krishna, Labhanga, and Shiradha, Lalita Vishaka, also Chandravali, all the different Braja Gopis. Their love completely satisfies his heart. Krishna's mood is Aishwarya shitil prem nahi morprita. Opulence or wealth cannot conquer the heart of the Lord. Sometimes we think if we make a big enough temple, God will be satisfied. If we offer him enough jewels, God will be satisfied. If we give enough donation, the Lord will be satisfied. What can we give him? We heard this in our first evening. The Dwarka queens tried to equal Krishna's weight in their jewelry. But it's already Krishna's. He is Jagannath. The whole universe is his property. You can offer him some diamonds, some gold, but all the planets in the planetary systems and all the gold on those planets and all the jewels on those planets are already his property. And he says, this is a spark of my splendor. I don't need this. Krishna is paisa ka bhuk nahi hai. Bas priti. He's hungry only for love. So Krishna is always remembering, as Jagannath, always remembering Braj. And he wants to teach the world the glories of that pure love. Ahaituki prem. At night, when Jagannath rests in Jagannath Puri, he wears this shawl, cloth, and in that shawl is written Geet Govinda, which is all the pastimes describing how Srimati Radhika is eager to meet with him and finally is able to meet with him. Those who know, who serve there in Jagannath temple, like our Guru Maharaj and his sevaks, they in the evening will go and serve Jagannath. And sometimes the priest will give them this cloth. And in Oriya, Geet Govinda is written there, stitched in Oriya language. And when Jagannath wakes in the morning, first he hears like Geet Govinda Kirtan. Songs by Jayadev Goswami describing glories of Braj. So this form of Jagannath is very special. In Dwarka, but teaching us how to go to Braj. And giving us a choice. Where do you want to be? Do you want the opulence of the Lord or do you want love? Oftentimes we want a little of both. Oh Lord, your opulence is good. I am your bhakta, like Sudhama was bhakta to Krishna. He took him a few grains of rice and he got a palace like the queens in Dwarka. Krishna's bhakti is very good. Good investment. Few grains of rice and you get a big palace. Bhakti ka mahima. Glories of Krishna bhakti. In Sashra it said, Akamo sarva kamo va moksha kamo dharati. Tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusha puram. If you worship Krishna with great devotion, great love, you can achieve anything you desire. What do you want? What do you want? So our Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he would glorify Braj in such a way that we want nothing else. Our Gurudev, he would say, what do you want? Do you want to be a queen in Dwarka? Yes? Do you want to be a cowherd boy in Braj? Okay. It's good, more good. Do you want to be a Saki of Krishna? Do you want to be a maidservant of Srimati Radhika? So Gurudev would say like that, what is your laksha? What is your aim? You should try to be one-pointed. So I want to speak a little bit about Krishna's mood meditating in Braj as Jagannath. When Krishna appeared as Jagannath, all the demigods came and bathed him. Headed by Lord Brahma, Shiva, Lord Shiva, Indra, Vayu, Agni Devata, Varun Devata. All the demigods came and bathed Lord Krishna when he appeared as Jagannath. Everyone celebrated. All the demigoddesses, Devi, all the devatas, everyone worshipped Krishna as Jagannath. This is called Snan Purnima, when Jagannath appeared. After this, when Krishna again became in this form like Krishna to perform his Leela, right? As Jagannath, what we said, he cannot walk, he cannot move, he is samadhi, Murti. So again he became Krishna after some time. But his mood, he's still in that heightened state of ecstasy, in the mood of remembering Braj. So at night, Krishna would barely be able to sleep. very restless, and he would be sometime in his like half sleep, half waking state, he would be chanting names of the gopis. Sometime Mother Yashoda, sometime Nanda Baba, but mostly Shri Radhe, Lalita Vishaka, remembering. And at the same time, in Vrindavan, Srimati Radhika, Lalita Vishaka, all the Brajabasis are only thinking what? Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. In Vrindavan, they are restless, unable to sleep. In Dwarka, Krishna is restless, unable to sleep. The Brajabasis are longing, when will Krishna return? Krishna promised us. The Brajabasis are maintaining their life. How? Before Krishna left, as he was leaving on the chariot with Akrura, the gopis tried to stop him. They laid in the road. Have you heard this? The gopis blocked the road. Krishna will not let you leave. If you want to, this is the first Rath Yatra. When Krishna left Vrindavan, all the gopis laid in the pathway. They said, okay, you can go, but as you leave, you're taking our life with you. So you might as well kill our body also. They laid in the road, you can run over us, no problem. Krishna's heart is like, beating faster and faster, what to do. He came down from the chariot. Anyhow, he consoled and convinced the gopis and said, don't worry, I'll come back just after 2-3 days. Din Dvichari. I have my duties to perform. I have to protect the Yadavas, defeat Kamsa. I have to go. I'll be back. Don't worry. There's so much katha about this. There's the Leela of Prem Sarovar, so many different kathas. But now Krishna is remembering this and thinking, how will I go back to Braj? We heard the pastime with Narad Muni, Tuladan, with the queens. We heard this the first night. Krishna is only thinking how to go back to Braj, and his devotees are trying to assist his desire. A good devotee is trying to fulfill the desire of the Lord. So Krishna wants to return to Braj. So when Krishna wakes in the morning, wakes meaning barely is able to sleep. But anyhow, before the sun rises, Krishna gets up and he'll go do his, like Krishna took Upavitrana. When he left Vrindavan, he came to Mathura, then they sent him to the school of Sandipani Muni, and they did the Upanayan ceremony. So in the morning, Krishna also chants Brahma Gayatri. So, when Krishna wakes up, this is this time, after Jagannath's appearance, now again is Krishna. So Krishna will do his Gayatri mantra. Our Guru Varga, they would teach that this Gayatri mantra is actually worship of Srimati Radhika. All over India, the different schools, the children will chant this mantra in the morning. And you'll hear this mantra going on. And different yoga studios, they'll chant this mantra. And people think, yes, this is worship of the Brahman and worship of the sun god, like that. But our Guru Varga, our Srila Gurudev, Srila Swami Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Rakshak, Sri Goswami Maharaj especially, they would say, this Brahma Gayatri is actually worship of Srimati Radhika. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Meditation on that power of the Lord. Who is that power of the Lord? Bhargo. The power of the Lord is Shakti. And Purna Shakti, topmost Shakti is Srimati Radhika. So Krishna is chanting Brahma Gayatri, meditating on Srimati Radhika. In Dwarka. This is Jagannath Leela. As he's doing his Gayatri, what is he doing? Smaranam. In Gayatri Mantra, what are we supposed to do? We do Archan first, worship. Our Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, in his line, he taught everyone during Gayatri Mantra, you should do Archan, worship of the Lord, in your mind. You worship your Mantra Devata. How? You invite them. Swagatam Kuru. So Krishna is praying, Om Srimati Radhikaye, Swagatam Kuru, please come in my heart. Please appear here. Oh Srimati Radhike, I am offering flowers to your lotus feet. Esa Puspanjali, Om Radhikaye Namaha. Etat Padyam, Om Radhikaye Namaha. Idam Snaniyam, Om Radhikaye Namaha. Idam Vastram, Om Radhikaye Namaha. Idam Arati Shrim Hrim Radhikaye Namaha. Krishna is worshipping Srimati Radhika. And then as he's doing this archan in his mind, he's remembering their lila. From archan marg, if you practice archan properly, you'll enter into bhajan automatically. Archan means you worship the Lord with different paraphernalia, physically and in your mind, in your heart. Lord Chaitanya said, Cheto dharpana marjanam. Purify the mirror of your heart. How do you do that? Externally and internally, you perform this archan marg. Starting as Aditya is saying, na? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmani Vedanam. But not only physically, you must also do that internally. And then naturally, bhajan will begin. So Krishna is meditating on Srimati Radhika and remembering their lila. And now, in separation from Srimati Radhika, he gets to sympathize with how they felt when he was separated from them. Krishna is Bhagavan. When does he feel separation? He's in every jiva's heart, in every devotee's heart. But the devotees feel so much separation. So when Krishna is in separation from Srimati Radhika, then he can start to understand the pain they feel, the pain the devotees feel when they're praying, "Oh Lord," we talk about this, right? "Lord, when will I meet you? When will I see you? I am feeling so much pain and separation." Then the Lord will also start to feel that. First, we have to feel. Krishna is always the supreme enjoyer. He's always in bliss, Anandamoy. But if he hears our calls, like a child calling for our parent, "Oi Prabhu, I cannot live without you." The parents here know, right? If your little baby is calling you, very loudly crying and crying and crying, how long can you wait to go and console them? Kitna kar sakta? If your child is crying, "Mama, Mama, Mama," and then beyond words, just wailing, kab tak sahn karenge? Jayenge? You'll go and console. So when the Brajabasis are calling out to Krishna, like lover calling their beloved, like friend calling their friend, like mother calling her child, like child calling their parent, then Krishna is also experiencing that. And Krishna is remembering, oh, how they must feel. Krishna remembers that how during the Ras Leela, Krishna disappeared from Ras. Then he met with Srimati Radhika briefly, and he served Srimati Radhika. He decorated her hair. He even had the opportunity to decorate her lotus feet. Krishna wrote his own name on her lotus feet, Sham. But as he was writing, his hand would shake. With her permission, to pacify her man, Krishna, he began to write Sham. You know how you write Sham? Like, it's very artistic. Sham. This is Sanskrit, right? Like this, Sham. And Krishna's writing it, and so Krishna's remembering how he served Srimati Radhika. Then he disappeared, and Srimati Radhika fell senseless. She herself entered samadhi. And then all the gopis found Srimati Radhika, and then together they came to the bank of the Jamuna, and they sang Gopi Geet. Very beautifully. All together, all the gopis, these Gopi Geet coming from the heart of Srimati Radhika, reflected in the hearts of all the gopis, and in one voice they all sang together. These beautiful 19 verses. Based on this, we say, Yasyam Hari Kato Gitam Punati Puvanatrayam. The songs of the gopis purifies the three worlds. The gopis' love is glorified as supreme. So Krishna is remembering the last verse, the gopis saying, which was so powerful that he appeared at once. Ta samavira butshorai smayamana mukambuja pitam baradhara shragvi shakshan manmata manmata. That Krishna, the bewilderer of even Cupid, appeared before the gopis when they sang what verse? This is the 19th verse of Gopi Geet. Krishna is remembering these pastimes. Who knows this verse? We can chant together. Yatte sujata charanam buruham staneshu bitasanai priyadadi mahikarkasheshu tena tavim atasi tadvyatatena kingsvit kurpadibhir bhavati dhir bhavam ayushamna. Hearing this verse, Krishna could no longer remain hidden, and immediately he appeared in front of the gopis. What are the gopis praying in this verse? O Krishna, our hearts, they are burning with the fire of your separation. We can no longer tolerate your separation. We will give up our life. The only thing that will cool this is, like in an earlier verse, they say, Pranata Dehinam, Srinakaranugam, that, O Krishna, you must place your lotus feet upon our chest. Only this can give us a remedy. If you do not appear and place your lotus feet on our breast, our chest, we will give up our life, Krishna. But then they also prayed, O Krishna, we know and we don't know, are we worthy or not? Our hearts, our breasts very hard, your feet are very soft. Yatte sujata charanam buruhastaneshu. O Krishna, we are afraid actually when you walk in the forest, there are many sharp blades of grass, many sharp stones. Krishna follows the cows, 900,000 cows. And the cows have very strong feet. So they walk, they don't feel any pain. But their gopis are thinking Krishna's feet are so soft, even a blade of grass may pierce Krishna's lotus feet. Those lotus feet, Krishna, how can we place them on our chest? So praying like this, as the gopis are crying and praying like this, Krishna appeared before them. Swayamana mukambuja pitambara darashragvi shakshan manmata manmata. All the gopis, they took their dopata, shawls, and they made one asan for Krishna. You see with ladies, they have like sari or gopi skirt, and then you have one extra shawl. Like we pray, Neela Vasana, Gauri Rupi Gunadan, Srimati Radhika. All the gopis made an asan for Krishna with their shawl, and they said, please Krishna, parariye. Like when we do Archan, what do we say? Idam, Swagatam, Prabhu Kripaya, Swagatam Guru. Oh Lord, please welcome, please come. And then we say, oh Prabhu, Idam Asanam, Prabhu Kripaya, Swagatam Guru, here's your asana. Every day we should meditate like this. Oh Krishna, please, Swagatam, welcome. Idam Asanam, take your seat. Where? In my heart. So Krishna sat down in the gopis' asan. Then they began to discuss, what is the nature of prem, divine love? And they had this long discussion. Some gopis, they came very close to Krishna. They began to massage his hands. Some gopis, they were giving mala to Krishna, decorating Krishna's hair or turban with flowers. Some gopis sitting very close, like embracing Krishna with their eyes. But it said some gopis were sitting far away. And they were shooting flower arrows with their sidelong glance. Srimati Radhika and her group. That Radharani has this Vamya Bhav, contrary mood. Directly she will not show her love for Krishna, especially in front of all the other gopis. So she's sitting a little bit. Everything is coming from her. The whole Ras Leela for her. Krishna left Ras Leela for her, met with her to pacify her. Gita Govinda 10.8, verse 10.8 is, Krishna says, Smara Garala Kandanam, Mama Sirasi Mandanam, Dehi Pada Pallavamudharam. He never said this to any other gopi. Jayadev Goswami, the song is sung for Lord Jagannath. That Krishna only said this to Sri Radha, oh, I am offering my head at your lotus feet. Please place your feet upon my head. Jayadev Goswami writing this, he became afraid. He could not even write this. How is it possible that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Jagannath, can say, oh Radharani, I'm placing my feet at your head? How is it possible? So Jayadev Goswami left his pen, went to bathe in the Ganga, and then Krishna took Jayadev Goswami's form and came and wrote himself. And then his wife cooked and served and fed Jayadev Goswami, who was Krishna, and then massaged his lotus feet, and then all of a sudden her husband came back. And she went out to greet, who is this other second Jayadev Goswami? As she went to greet him, she's astonished, confused. It said that she massaged Jayadev Goswami's feet after he ate. Like the story goes, Jayadev Goswami couldn't write this. He thought, what will happen to me? Will the Lord strike me down with a thunderbolt? Is it ever said before? Lakshmi Devi is always worshipping Lord Vishnu's feet. If you look at Lord Vishnu, he's always being worshipped by Lakshmi Devi. He's massaging his lotus feet. But in Krishna Leela, Krishna is massaging Srimati Radhika's feet. Even for that, he prays for that opportunity. He's very jealous of the manjaris. Srimati Radhika's manjari is always serving Srimati Radhika. Massaging her lotus feet, decorating her hair, performing tambul, archan, all seva, shringar, everything. Krishna's always remembering them. How is Rupa Manjari serving? How is Rati Manjari serving? How are all the different manjaris serving? It's very difficult. But Jayadev Goswami, he's in society, had never been written like that. But now, Krishna himself wrote it down. After he wrote it down, then he took prasad, then he took rest, he massaged his lotus feet, then she began to take her prasad. Then at once, Jayadev Goswami came back, and he saw her eating. He said, this has never happened before. Padmavati Devi, my wife, is eating before me. Not like he's upset, but he was astonished. And then he said, bring me my pen. She said, Prabhu, you were just here, you just wrote. What happened? I fed you, you took rest. What is happening? He looked in the book, Gita Govinda, and it said like this, Smara Garala Kandanam, Mama Sirasi Mandanam, Dehi Pada Palavamudharam. That same verse that appeared in his heart and mind was written down. Why? This was desired by Krishna. Krishna himself was inspiring it through him. Our sadhus, they speak in Samadhi Bhasya. They write in Samadhi Bhasya. This is Krishna or Srimati Radhika's own divine inspiration. So Krishna said, I will write it down myself. Jayadev became astonished, said, oh, Krishna must have come and performed this Leela. So Krishna is remembering how Srimati Radhika, when Krishna came back from Ras, he was sitting a little far away. And Krishna is discussing the nature of prema with all the gopis. A very beautiful discussion in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10:33, then 10:34 chapter, 10th canto, 34, 35, like this. This is in Ras Panchadhyayi. After this, then again Ras begins. Krishna dances very beautifully with the gopis for a very long time. But in his heart, he wants to meet again with Srimati Radhika. He's dancing to satisfy all the sadhan siddha gopis and the different gopis. But he's remembering Srimati Radhika. After Ras dance is finished, they perform their Jamuna Vihar Leela, bathing in Jamuna. Then Krishna has a chance to speak and meet with Srimati Radhika. So as Krishna is with, I know this is very high katha, but remembering our Guru Maharaj and Jagannath, to glorify him, we're speaking. Okay. This is the wealth of our Guru Varga. So Krishna is remembering how he met with Srimati Radhika, and she desired that he will place his lotus feet on her chest. That was her verse. Yate sujada charanam buddhastaneshu pitasanai priyadati mahikardakasheshu tenat vimatasitat vyatatena kingsvat kurpadi bir bhavatikim. O Krishna, my heart is feeling so much pain. Please remove the pain in my heart by giving your lotus feet on my chest. Krishna is feeling shy also. Oh Radha, you should place your lotus feet on my head. She's saying, no, not possible. If you want me to be happy, you disappeared from me, you left me there. If you want me to be happy, you should fulfill my desire. My desire is you place your lotus feet on my chest. Why? That is where the heart is. In her heart, she's feeling so much pain. Oh Krishna, if you place your two lotus feet on my chest, then all that pain in my heart will wash away. Then I'll be happy. So Krishna, to please Srimati Radhika, places two lotus feet on her chest. Bolo Jai Jai Shri Radhe. So Krishna is remembering this now, doing his Manasi Seva, Archan, Bhajan, and his heart is starting to beat. Tadam, 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 tadam. Remembering this Leela. After this, when Srimati Radhika and Krishna, they performed their Naisha Leela pastime, nighttime pastime, took divine rest. Early in the morning they woke. This is Nishanta Lila, 3:34, 4:30 a.m. Then Krishna got up to go back to his home, Nanda Bhavan. Srimati Radhika, we do this Mangal Arati, and that is in Kunj. After that, Krishna goes to Nanda Bhavan, Srimati Radhika goes to Javat. So as Krishna left the Kunj, on his way back to Nanda Bhavan, he left his footprints. And today, his footprints have the color of parag. Parag means this reddish ointment that when Shri Krishna placed his lotus feet on Srimati Radhika's chest, then that kumkum on her chest mixed with her mood of separation. When she's in the mood of separation, then this perspiration comes. This is one of the astasattvic vikar, symptoms of ecstasy. So that kumkum mixed with this transcendental perspiration made parag, like a reddish ointment. And this came on Krishna's lotus feet. And as Krishna is going back home, his footprints are in the forest. So Srimati Radhika, Krishna goes, and then Srimati Radhika with her Sakhis, she starts to go. Krishna is just ahead. And as she leaves, she sees Krishna's footprints going in that direction. And immediately she's feeling anurag, desire to be with Krishna. We say, right, nimeshana, a moment separation from Krishna is very difficult to tolerate. And she sees in the distance that in the forest there's many Pulinda Kanyas. That means many forest-dwelling girls. They don't live in the village. They live in the forest. And these girls, what are they doing? They're taking the kumkum from Krishna's lotus footprints and they're smearing it on their chest and their face, and they're weeping in ecstasy, chanting Ha Krishna, Ha Krishna, Ha Krishna. Why? Every soul's beloved is Krishna. He is this Shakshan Manmata Manmata. When you develop devotion to the Lord, he appears as Bhagavan. For the yogis, he is Paramatma, super soul. And we understand how the Atma and Paramatma are related. But for the bhaktas, he appears as Krishna, Shakshan Manmata Matmata. Especially those aspiring for the sweetness of love. So the Pulinda Kanyas are taking this on their chest and their head, and they're breathing very heavily. Oh, Krishna, Krishna. Srimati Radhika sees this. And Krishna is still not far away. Krishna is waiting, nearby to see her reaction. Feeling her moods, no? So Srimati Radhika is then glorifying the Pulinda girls. It's this in Venu Geet. Very beautifully, Srimati Radhika is glorifying their love. Oh, if I only had love like them for Krishna. In her mood of devotion, Srimati Radhika completely forgets. She was just there with Krishna, and where is this kumkum coming from? Her own transcendental form. What is her good fortune? But she is thinking, oh, how glorious are they? How glorious is their love? So Krishna is remembering, oh, look at the love of Srimati Radhika. Look at her humble mood, her love, her devotion. And he has this desire, may others also learn the glories of Srimati Radhika. That her love is spotless, her love is supreme. In Dwarka they have love, so much love. But day and night, who is cooking for Krishna? They have many servants to cook. Srimati Radhika has to cook for Krishna? No, she loves Krishna. Day and night she's thinking, she cannot tolerate a moment's separation from Krishna, but when she is cooking for Krishna, she is serving Krishna, she feels like she's meeting with Krishna. Every day, Radharani herself prepares Krishna's makan. We talked about this, right? Radharani herself prepares makan, and in the morning, Krishna comes back. The previous evening, after Radha Kundila, Radharani will prepare makan, and then put it in a leaf, like pouch, and in some cool, like ice water in matki. It keeps it very cool. Wrapped in many layers. And then in the morning time, Krishna goes back to Nanda Bhavan. Srimati Radhika will send this with her manjaris, and they will take it to Rohini Mata or Madhya Yashoda or Dhanishta. And they will give this to, Madhya Yashoda gives this to Krishna. And as Krishna is taking the makan, then he feels, oh, Radharani has made this for me. I am meeting with her through this. In Dwarka, they have love and devotion. But they don't know how to fully express this. They don't know what is Braj Seva. That love is expressed through our seva. That our relationship with God is not static, dry. Our relationship with God of love should be expressed through our heart sentiments in devotion, in seva. This is the mood of the Braj. हम भगवान को कैसे अर्पण करेंगे, कैसे सेवा, कैसे माला बनाएंगे. Every day, the Gopis have no time to waste. The Gopis are always making mala, picking flowers, making shringar, making outfits, cooking for Krishna, dancing with Krishna, and all the time they are doing what? Govinda dhamo dharmadhaveti, Govinda dhamo dharmadhaveti, Govinda dhamo dharmadhaveti, Govinda dhamo dharmadhaveti. Day and night the Gopis are serving with this mood of so much love that Krishna can never leave Vrindavan. Therefore Shastra says, Vrindavanam parityaja padam ekam na gacchati. Original Krishna, Brajendra Nandan Shyam Sundar Krishna, can never leave Vrindavan. Why? The Gopis have captured Krishna in their heart. That is original Jagannath. He cannot move one step out of Vrindavan. There's this debate, na? Jagannath is Dwarkavasi, people say. Jagannath Puri is Dwarkadam. Correct. But Mool Jagannath is Brajendra Nandan Krishna. Why? Padam ekam na gacchati. It said in Shastra, this is in Shastra, Vrindavanam parityaja padam ekam na gacchati. Krishna cannot step 1 foot out of Vrindavan. Why? He is Jagannath. He cannot walk. There's original Jagannath there in Vrindavan. Actually, we have the Jagannath temple in Vrindavan. After, on Parikrama Marg, we have Imlitala, Bangsiva, Dir Samir, Ratna Singh Hasan, then this place of Shamanandapur where he found the ankle bells, then this place of Matki, the lady, Venukup. Then after that, you go on Parikrama Marg, then you find Jagannath temple. There's Krishna's Jagannath, always in Vrindavan. So now Krishna is remembering this Leela, na? How Srimati Radhika is taking. Krishna placed his feet on her chest, but actually Krishna's internal desire was that I want to take the dust of the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika and place it on my head. This was Krishna's desire. And he's remembering, oh, Radharani, she desired that my feet will be on her chest, so I fulfilled her desire. But my desire is that her feet will be on my head. So how will she fulfill my desire? And then he's remembering after he left the kunj, then she left the kunj, she saw the Pulinda girls taking the same kumkum, smearing it on their bodies. And now it's mixed, Radha and Krishna together. So Krishna is thinking like this. And then, different devotees, different bhaktas, different queens, his children, the sons, everyone, Krishna, Krishna, come. Nasta kijiye. This is in Dwarka Leela, no? Krishna is remembering Srimati Radhika, chanting his mantra, remembering Radhe, 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 Radhe. When you do your bhajan, you find some quiet place. Krishna has his own private bhajan kutir in Dwarka. And there everything is only bas. Radha Chintani Veshina Yasya Kantir Vilopita. Only he's absorbed in Srimati Radhika. Then his son, his wife, everyone will come and say, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Like in life, no? We have so many responsibilities. Our job, our work, our duties. But morning time, you spend some time on japa and meditation. And if you get up too late, then all your responsibilities will be knocking on your door. So you should wake up early, like Krishna. Then you can do bhajan. 5 a.m., 4 a.m., as you can. Then you get some time, 1-2 hours for bhajan. Otherwise, knock, knock, knock. Krishna, chalo, ye kaam karna. Krishna, chalo, ye karna. Krishna, chalo, milenge, baat karenge, ye karenge. Chalo, Krishna. Krishna came out of his meditation and went to his duties, but now his heart is still restless. So if we see Lord Jagannath Leela, I'm connecting it to Jagannath. After Jagannath's appearance, they had Snan Purnima. All the Devatas worshipped Jagannath, did Abhishek. After that, Krishna became sick. This is in Jagannath Puri. Every year they do this Leela. Krishna ka bimar ho gaya. Krishna became very sick. So today Krishna's like this, doing his duties, but he's becoming weak. Very weak. In this mood. When will I want lotus feet of Srimati Radhika on my head. But we are very far away. How can I leave everything and go to Vrindavan? Will she let me come even? Krishna is thinking, will she even let me enter the Kunj? Before, when Krishna is in Vrindavan, very difficult to enter the Kunj. She has her manjaris, her sakis, Lalita especially, very strong. She will chastise Krishna so much. How will Krishna get Radharani? Even darshan is difficult. Sometimes Radharani has man. To get her darshan is very difficult. Now he's gone many years. You can't just, I'll come back and I'll meet with you and you'll put your feet on my head. Is it so easy? Not so easy. Radharani is all rights reserved. Copyright. Krishna cannot easily get her charan seva. Krishna has to pray and meditate a long time. So he's thinking, how will I go back? How will I leave everything and run to Vrindavan? Once I go there, then our separation is so powerful for so long. When I go back, then definitely samadhi will come and we'll go to Golok. Krishna knows, when I go back to Vrindavan, this Leela, this incarnation, Dwapara Yuga, Krishna came, he performed all his Leela. Why didn't he go back to Vrindavan earlier? Krishna said, I'll go back in 2-3 days. Why did he wait so long? Mahabharat Leela, different Leela, Hastinapur, Dwarka, Udgatan Leela, all these different pastimes. Jarasandha came 17 times with different armies. Krishna waited. He knows if I go back to Vrindavan, bas, Leela samapt. The love is so intense, separation is so intense. The highest stage of this separation is Purna Samadhi, complete Samadhi. This is our Guru Varga. They control their bhav, especially the Mahabhagavats, Uttam Bhagavats, topmost devotees. They'll control their mood, but eventually become so intense, like with our Guru Maharaj. In Jagannath Puri, he left. So intense separation that Samadhi is entered. You have to hold it back. Dhavana, bhavko. If you let that bhav completely go, then at a certain point, bas, kolok dham prapti. So Krishna didn't go back to Vrindavan yet. He said, I still have to perform my Leela completely. But he's feeling that desire, Radharani, charan on my head. She has not given it yet in this Leela. In Nitya Dham maybe, but in this Leela, Krishna did Ras Leela. Then shortly after Ras Leela, Krishna left to Mathura. But he wanted Radharani's feet on his head. This Leela was there. Radharani got to place Krishna's lotus feet on her chest, and then she saw the Pulinda girls, right? But Krishna didn't get this chance. So what happens? Krishna becomes weak, and then he begins to feel the fire of separation. His temperature is going up. Up. And Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jambavati, everyone is saying, Krishna ke kya ho raha hai? He is becoming darker and darker, like brighter and brighter, darker and darker, like Jagannath is glossy, shiny. Why? This heat inside Krishna's temperature going up. He's becoming more and more bright, like glowing. And Rukmini will come and try to touch Krishna's forehead, her fingers burned. Hare Krishna kya ho raha hai? Krishna's fever. And Krishna said, yes, I can barely walk. It's becoming again like Jagannath. Rukmini is afraid. Okay, you lay down on the bed. So Rukmini brings Krishna a nice bed, and she calls all the doctors. Krishna has strong fever. And she says, Krishna, what is wrong? He said, I can barely talk. When you get very sick, you become very weak, you cannot say anything. So Krishna is laying down on his bed. And everyone is fanning Krishna, bringing Krishna cool drinks. This is Jagannath Leela. After Snan Purnima, Krishna becomes sick. 2 weeks. Fever. And they're bringing coconut water. This is cooling. And Krishna is drinking and drinking. Then they bring medicinal water. Then they bring all the doctors and they give all different Ayurvedic medicine. the Daitapatis, and after Snan Purnima, they serve Krishna 2 weeks. He doesn't eat regular food. When you're very sick, you can't eat regular food. Dal, puri, heavy ghee, this and that, Jagannath Khaja. No. I'll only take drinks. And Krishna is thinking, what kind of drink? Like you mix some chandan. Why does Krishna like chandan? This sandalwood, this is a very deep lila, but actually it's said that the sandalwood's appearance is from the Gopis' Charanraj. Some is red chandan. This is like Krishna chandan, the parag from Krishna's lotus feet. When this is the Pulinda girls and the Gopis bathe in the Jamuna, this reddish dust of the lotus feet of Krishna is taken by Jamuna, given to Samudra Dev, taken to the Malaya hills, and then is born as sandal. Our Guru Varga teaches like this. And then the Gopis Charan Raj, which is very, when they're walking in the banks of the Jamuna, it's very soft, very golden powder. Then this Charan Raj goes in the Jamuna, and the Jamuna Devi takes it, offers it to her pati, Samudra Dev, and he respectfully takes it, puts this dust on the shore, and then this becomes this Gopi Chandan. 2 kinds of Gopi Chandan, what that we wear, but then the sandal itself is like Gopi Chandan for Krishna. So when they paste this Chandan, they put it on Krishna's head to reduce his fever. And he feels like, the lotus feet dust of the Gopis is on my forehead. And it helps a little bit. So in Jagannath Leela, they do this Chandan from Akshaya Tritiya. They do 1 month, actually, like 41 days. In some places 21 days, some places 41 days. Every day, Krishna's whole body is covered with Chandan to reduce his fever. This is in our Leela that we see in Thakurji Seva. But in this Krishna Leela, they give him, in Jagannath Puri, they'll make him a drink, and there they'll put different things like karpur, chandan, and then they'll smear chandan on his body to try to reduce his fever. But in this Leela, Dwarka Leela, they try everything, but Krishna's fever just increases. Nothing helps. Think what to do. Then Krishna says, call Narad Muni. And it's like he's on his last breath. Call Narad Muni. Narad Muni is serving his Leela. So Narad Muni is waiting for his call. He knows, the Lord will call me for some seva. Okay. We'll finish this Leela. I had 2-3 more pastimes to tell, but we'll finish this Leela and then Haribol. So Narad Muni comes. Oh Bhagavan, oh Jagannath, oh Krishna, oh Brinjanananda. What seva can I do for you? So Krishna says, in the presence of all the Dwarkavasis, now everyone's coming because they're afraid Krishna may leave. So all the seniors, all the great personalities, sages, queens, everyone is there waiting. What can we do to help Krishna, to protect his life? So Krishna, with very soft, difficult breaths, he says, the only thing that can pacify my fever is the dust from the lotus feet of my devotees. It's the only thing that will help. Ab kya karenge? So Krishna told Narad, go and collect which devotees will give me their foot dust. I want to see. Which devotees will give me their foot dust? You will give? You'll give? You'll give, Krishna? Oh, you'll give? I am not devotee. If you actually have that choice, Krishna is saying he wants your foot dust on his head. You'll give? Baba. Himat nahi hai. Himat nahi means no one has the power or the courage to do this. It's not easy, Baba. First you have to consider, I am devotee or not. Aage hoy mukti, tabe sarva bandhan nas, tabe se hoite pare Shri Krishna das. First you are liberated soul, mukta. Mukti ke baad, jivan mukti ke baad, then you can be called devotee. Devotee, Krishna devotee, very high thing. You read Sastra, what are the glories of Krishna's devotees? Like Narad Rishi, like Uddhava, Lakshmi Devi herself, Krishna's devotees, Baba. Therefore we are Mahaprabhu's devotees. We said this the first night. Devotees of Lord Nityananda, Mahaprabhu is very good. Why? He accepts drunkards, jagai madai. ठीक है, हम गौड़ का भक्त, महाप्रभु का भक्त, नित्यानंद प्रभु का भक्त, क्योंकि वो सबको स्वीकार. He accepts everyone. Krishna bhakta, Baba. Krishna says, devotees of my devotees are my real devotee. We have to be devotees of Brajabasis. Then, so, Krishna said, give him your foot dust. And Narad Muni went to collect. Rukmini will give? No. She became afraid. Krishna is God. How can I give my foot dust? I'll go to hell. This is great Mahaparad. Great offense. The Supreme Lord of the universe, all universes, are doing our Guru Nanak Ji. He writes one beautiful Aarti song. Bhagavan mein Jagannath, aapka kaise Aarti karu? How can I do your Aarti? All the stars in the sky are doing your parikrama. You are Jagannath. All the stars in the night sky are circumambulating you and doing your Aarti. What Aarti can I give you? Oh Bhagavan Jagannath. When he sang this song when he saw Jagannath in Puri, he said, oh Bhagavan Jagannath, how can I give you food or incense? When all the flowers and all the fragrance on the Mother Earth is giving you her fragrance. It's all for you. Oh Jagannath, how can I give you my foot dust? All the queens said, no, not possible. There must be some other way. All the different devotees, Dwarka, no. One by one, everyone said no. Now Krishna's feeling this pain, separation, but also as everyone's saying no, he's getting a little happy. He knew they would say no. Because really he wants Srimati Radhika's lotus foot dust. Only. So everyone's saying no. So he's saying, good, yes. Everyone's saying no, Krishna's saying yes. Very good. No, then yes. No, then yes. And he's waiting. And in his mind, what is he chanting? Radharani, will you be merciful and give me? Only first he's praying. Otherwise, will Radharani give or not? So he's praying, Radhe, please. Aapka charan seva, please give me your service, lotus feet service. Your lotus footprint in my head. Please, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. In his Manasi Seva, he's chanting only Radha Mantra, Radha Gayatri. Only Radhe, Radhe. And sometimes Sahasranam, Srimati Radhika. Then 1008 Astutar Satanam, Srimati Radhika. He's chanting all her names. Vrishabhana Nandini, Brajeshwari, Kriyeshwari. There's all these beautiful names. He's praying to Srimati Radhika. So Narad Muni, none of the Dwarkabasis will give. So he comes to Krishna and said, with your permission, he asked the Dwarkabasis, with your permission, I have to go find other devotees of Krishna. Otherwise, he comes back and he says, Krishna, no one will accept. Krishna said, okay, my life is going. I only have a few minutes left. If no one will give, I'll give up this body. Guaranteed. Again he asked Narad, everyone says, no, we cannot do it. So Narad Muni says, quickly I'll go to Braj. Definitely they'll give. And the Dwarkabasis give permission. Okay. You have to get permission. Krishna is also follows etiquette. Krishna, before going back to Vrindavan, he gets this Tilanjali from Dwarka. Tilanjali means like permission. Like after you do worship, you get Visarjana. In Archan, Visarjana means the Devata can return to his Leela. You do all Archa and everything, then you do Visarjana. Okay, Visarjana and Archan means now you can go. So Krishna is waiting. Dwarkabasis have to give him permission to go. And indirectly he's tricked them. They're giving permission by not giving their foot dust. Matlab, if you cannot satisfy the desires of God, then he'll go to his other devotees. Bhagavan apke ichha purna, I cannot fulfill your desire, so I have to go. So they gave permission, Narad, you can go to Braj. Otherwise Krishna will give up his life. So Narad Muni very quickly flies very fast to Vrindavan. Speed of the mind. Narad Muni is a great sage. Now he is the spaceman. Narad Muni, bas, he can take his veena and he just starts. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bo, bas, pahunch gaya. Singing Radhe Radhe. He arrived in Vrindavan. He goes directly to Udhav Kari. This is where, when Krishna left Vrindavan, all the gopis, when they tried to stop Krishna from leaving, and they laid in the pathway. And then Krishna convinced them to come aside and he left. They never left that place. For all those years, the gopis never left that area. And Srimati Radhika stayed, and that area is called Uddhav Keri. That's where Uddhava came and met and spoke with them. Therefore, it's called Uddhav Keri. So Srimati Radhika is laying there on a bed of like lotus petal, rose petals, jasmine, jui, beli, chameli. All the manjaris are fanning and serving her. And Radharani has this fever. Krishna has fever, Radhaji is same fever. Why? Krishna's fever comes from Srimati Radhika. It's contagious. Devotee ka jo bhakti hai, if you have deep, powerful bhakti, then Krishna feels this. So this is contagious. Bhakti is contagious. Na? Jai bhaja se bhara. We say, bhaktistu bhagavad bhakta. The bhakti comes from the devotee. And then Krishna Bhagavan feels that. So Krishna's fever, Radharani's fever, who started the fever? Who knows? So Krishna is trying to reconcile. Whoever started the fever, let's finish it. Radharani thinks, Krishna, you started the fever when you left. Why do you leave? And Krishna thinks, Radharani, you started the fever. Even when I'm meeting with you, you're experiencing separation. So Krishna is saying, Radharani, you started the fever. One time, Radharani and Krishna were in a swing pastime, Jula Lila, at a place became known as Prem Sarovar. Radharani is swinging with Krishna, but then one bumblebee comes and is trying to take the nectar of her lotus feet. And it's hovering by her lotus feet. Generally, the bees always follow Krishna. But when Krishna is with Radha, then Radharani's love is superior, so the bees go to Radharani's lotus feet. And the bee is hovering by her lotus feet. Now, no mana manasa madhukara arpaini japada pankajama karande. Normally the bees go to Krishna. But now they're worshipping Srimati Radhika lotus feet. And she's saying, shoo, shoo, shoo. And so then Krishna's Priyanarma Saka Madhumangal sends away the bumblebee. And he comes back and says, oh Radhaji, now Madhusudan has gone and will not return. The bee is called Madhusudan, honey seeker. So Madhumangal comes and says, Madhusudan is gone, and immediately Radharani falls senseless. Radharani Krishna in the same swing. Krishna is holding Srimati Radhika. And then in Krishna's arms, on the swing, Radharani enters samadhi. So Krishna thinks, Radharani, you started the fever. I was with you. I didn't leave. Bas, aapka soch kharab hai. You only thought I left. And you became senseless. So what can I do? Just the mood that Krishna may leave. And it's like her heart stopped. So Krishna at that time he thought, what can I do? I will have to go. Even in meeting with me, she's experiencing separation. At least in separation, she will meet with me. When meeting with me, she's afraid of separation. But in separation from me, she will meet with me. Because she's always absorbed in me, and that is one kind of meeting. In separation, there's meeting. In meeting, there's separation. Which is superior? Meeting is superior. But separation enhances meeting. So now Krishna is thinking, Radharani, you started the fever. Radharani is thinking, Krishna, you started the fever. Why'd you leave? So what can I do? When that Leela happened, Krishna thought, I'll have to go. I want to research this. Discover this. Therefore he became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I have to research Radharani's love. What is that quality in me? I have to do that research and understand it. Then I can properly serve her. Okay. So Narad Muni arrived in Braj. And he went and very humbly, very prayerfully spoke with Lalita Devi, Vishaka Devi. Then with their permission spoke with Rupa Manjari, Rati Manjari. They spoke this request to Srimati Radhika. Srimati Radhika is taking deep, long breaths and burning in separation. So her dear Manjari, who is like her own Swarup. So Radharani will always hear anything from Rupa Manjari. She's so dear to her. Na? Priya Swarupe, Dhaita Swarupe, Prema Swarupe, Sahajavi Rupe, Nijan Rupe, Prabhureka Rupe, Tadhana Rupe, Sovilas. Rupa Manjari is like Radharani's second form. Like her hands. Handmaiden means The manjaris are like Srimati Radhika's own hands. How she wants to serve Krishna and who will take care of herself. With your hands, you'll take care of yourself. So when the manjaris will speak with Srimati Radhika, she's very patient, she'll hear. So Rupa Manjari say, oh, Krishna sent his messenger now. Who? Narad. So Radharani opens her eyes. And Rupa Manjari says, oh, Krishna sent Narad Muni. Krishna is asking permission. He is praying for the dust of your lotus feet. He said, without that, he'll give up his life. So Radharani gives indication, Isara, acceptance, TK. Too much separation, too long, bas, isko complete karo. Finish it. How much can we tolerate this separation? She's saying, Krishna, now this is permission, you come back to Braj and we'll go to Golok. In Rathayatra Leela, after the Snan Purnima, after sickness Leela, then when Jagannath does Rathayatra, he's returning to Braj. Then only 9 days. And then, bas, Nava Kalevar. Samapt. They go to Golok. In the Puranas, Harivamsa Puran, different Puranas, Vishnu Puran, there's some indication. And different Goswamis, like Jeev Goswami, Gopal Champu gives indication. After killing Dantavakra, then Krishna returns to Braj. We don't have time for this katha, so next program. Very sweet Leela, Nava Vrindavan Leela. And then Krishna's Jagannath Rath Yatra. So we have to tell this katha, Brihad Bhagavatamrita, next program. Okay. But at least at this time, Krishna gets permission from Radhaji. Okay, now you can come back to Vrindavan. How does he give permission? She sends her foot dust. So Rupa Manjari and the Manjaris will collect very fine powder from the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika, this original Gopi Chandan that we wear. So they collect this, Narad Muni collects this, and he's so happy. Narad Muni now is like, my life successful. I get to please Krishna for the first time. This is like historical. All different avatars this happens. With Ram and Sita this happens. With Lakshmi Narayan happens. Not possible. First time, as Krishna Leela, that Shakti will accept and give her foot dust to Bhagavan Krishna. Narad Muni has that chance, that opportunity to do that Leela, that seva. So he keeps this like in a beautiful treasure box chest. And he keeps it in his heart, and again, very quickly, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Haribo, and he's in Dwarka. Very quickly. Why? Krishna's fever, Radharani fever, he has to pacify. So he comes to Krishna, and he tells, everyone is present there. He says, give Krishna some space. I will speak with him. Krishna is very sick. Give him some space. So he sends everyone out. Go. Then Narad Muni and Krishna meet. Narad Muni opens his treasure chest. And Krishna is feeling the symptoms of ecstasy and ulas. Bhav ulas means so much ecstasy is like from his heart manifesting, pores standing on end, tears coming from the eyes, voice choked up. Then again in Krishna's life becoming Jagannath. Narad Muni then takes this and gives Radharani's lotus foot dust on Krishna's forehead. And it's like now Krishna is able to breathe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. So Krishna's Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Krishna's fever reducing. And Krishna now feels permission. I will go back to Braj. Radharani will allow me. I will go back to Braj. I will go back to Braj. I will go back to Braj. How does he go back to Braj? We'll tell in the next class. Gaur Premanandi.